Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin. Today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna have a look at the top 5 Nat for RTA. But this time is the light and dark version of it. So we're gonna just mention LD 4s and below. Obviously they are really good in RTA, and obviously as always let me know in the comment below if you think I'm wrong, if you think there is other LD 4s that are better than the ones I mentioned. I might have forgotten some. Also, this is my list. This is what I think. So I might be wrong. But I'm gonna mention 5. I have the top 5, but also I have a few more mentioned that I think are really interesting units. But I didn't put in the top 5 because I don't think many people use them. Also, I don't think they're as good as the other ones. But yeah, I'm gonna mention them. Obviously, guys, as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free. And really help out the channel a lot, guys. So if you can, please do so. Now let's get into it. Top 5. I'm gonna start from the 5th. I might be biased on this, but I feel like Asher is actually insane. He's actually insane. Yes, he has block on skill 1, which can be really good in some situations. Against like Kinky, against Douglas, against units that actually heal back vampire units, you know. So heal block can be pretty good. It's not the reason why I put him top 5, but it's decent skill 1. It's a decent skill 1. Skill 2, record HP of all allies by 20%, which goes up with skill ups, and their attack bar by 15%. Also increases attack speed, so he has speed buff, AoE heals, attack bar increases as well. That's really good. On a free turn cooldown, he usually is super fast, and he gets speed buff, he gets extremely fast. Skill 3 hits 4 times, does damage proportional to max HP, and it strips. If you successfully remove a beneficial effect, the damage inflicted by the remaining attack will be increased by 20%, and the cooldown time will reset if the enemy dies. So if skill 3 actually kills something, it's up again. It strips, it hits 4 times, it can strip 4 buffs. It's single target, but it can strip 4 buffs, and also does extra damage if you actually manage to strip. Free time cooldown, that's a really good unit. That's a really good skill 3, sorry. Leader skill is for guild wars, so it doesn't matter, but it does heal, increase attack bar, it has speed buff, it strips, it does massive damage, and the skill 3, it can be available again if you actually kill something with that skill. I built him on Swift, obviously. I have him on Swift, HP. I don't have him super fast because I like to go HP percentage slot 4 and 6. I don't have really high speed slot 4 and 6. That's the best I can do, but you can definitely build him faster, to be honest with you. His base speed is super high. It's not that difficult to make him really fast. And also, yeah, the base speed makes him even better. Base HP is super high, base speed is super high. Base defense is actually pretty low though, and attack same thing. But speed, HP, base speed, base HP make up for that, and also the skill set is really good. I have him on Swift. I showed the runes. Additional damage on him is insane because obviously it hits 4 times skill 3. It does a lot of damage. I have a lot of additional damage by speed, but I would like to have 4 lines of additional damage on him. It does a lot of damage though. I really like this, so I have him on top, on the 5th place. I'm a little biased, but it does a lot. Number 4 in the list is a unit that I don't have, and I see a lot of people using her still, even after the nerf. I feel like she's not broken anymore, but I feel like she's pretty good still. Base stats, we can't see them properly here, but I know that she's decently tanky. Base speed is a bit low, but the passive chance of allies receiving a glancing hit by 15%, so you can get glanced with 15% chance in record HP of the ally with the worst HP stages by 20%. 20% heal with a passive is really good. She has cleanse, she has a strip here, not reliable, but she still has a strip on skill 1. Skill 2 has a cleanse and a shield on a free turn cooldown, but the passive is the main reason why people are still using Molly. I feel like she's still pretty good. She's not broken, but she's still pretty good. I would be there on Violent, to be honest with you. Violent Nemesis probably with 100 res, or even not 100 res, but like super fast, speed HP, focus on speed, HP, defense, and probably resistance then. Because you can focus on 4 stats, That's why when I don't go for resistance, if I need crit rate, if I need attack, if I need HP, if I need defense, if I need everything, and also I need 100 res, I'm not gonna go for it. But Molly doesn't need attack, she doesn't need crit rate, she doesn't need crit damage, you know, she doesn't really need accuracy, so you can just focus on HP, defense, speed, HP, defense, speed, and resistance. So you can focus on 4 stats because there's 4 subs in each rune, so you can definitely focus on that. Molly is still pretty good in my opinion though, she's pretty good. Number 3 in the list is a unit that I lately got. Actually, I can show you how I'm run. Kinky. I think this unit is still really good. It's not broken though, as people think it is. It's not broken anymore. I feel like it got nerfed to the point that it's actually balanced. I don't have him skilled up because I got it like a week ago. I don't have skill up for him, but I think he's balanced now, but still really strong, really strong. I have him on Despair. I've seen people build him on building him. Wait, I don't have a grinder for real. I don't. Oh, all right. But yeah, I've seen people build him on Violent, and honestly, it's not bad on Violent. Obviously, I didn't need crit right here, but that's the best rune I have for him. But yeah, honestly, Despair Endure is good. Despair Destroy, but Despair Destroy is probably better for Siege. Despair Endure is actually pretty good. I don't have him at 100 res. I'll try to build him better. As I said, I just got him, so it's still work in progress, but it has been working pretty well still. It's more of a niche unit now. It's not like you just pick him, you're probably gonna win. It got nerfed a little bit, but it's balanced. In some situations, it's still really strong. Focus on speed, focus on HP, focus on attack, focus on defense, some speed, some accuracy. Also, if you can get 100 res, it's pretty good, because if he doesn't get CC'd, if he doesn't get defense broken, if he doesn't get heal blocked, if he doesn't get attack broken, if you can avoid all those CC and debuffs, he's gonna solo the opponent. Also in this pair, he has a skill 2 that available on 3 turn cooldown, so he can AoE stun, he can counter stun, you know, it's gonna counter a lot, because there isn't many units that can do more than 15% of his max HP as damage without critting. You know, there's not many of those units, so yeah, that's why you should focus on HP, because the more HP he has, the less chances is that the opponent is gonna do 15% or more as HP of his max HP as damage, and so he's gonna counter a lot more. Despair, Violent, you can go Will, you can go Endure, you can go Destroy, you can go Nemesis, you can go as you wish, but like focus on these stats and then focus on resistance and some accuracy, because you know, additional damage is good on him because he has double hits on skill 1, so it does the additional damage is gonna work pretty well on him. So Kinky is number 3 in my opinion. Number 2 in the list is, I'm gonna put this guy in top 2. I feel like Icarus is actually really good. He's really good. He's really good. I have him on Swift Will. I've seen people having him on Violent Will. I've seen other people. I used him on Despair Will, and Despair is good because he has a skill 2. He's an AoE on a 2-turn cooldown, and he can Despair stun a lot because he's on a 2-turn cooldown. He can use this a lot. So Despair is pretty good. I had him on Despair. I beat him on Swift because I needed the Despair runes. But Swift is also good in my case. I use Tablo here, so I need him faster than the Tablo, so I use him on Swift. Also, if you go on Swift, it's easier to get higher HP on him. He does damage based, skill 3 does damage based on his max HP. His main base HP is not super high though, because he's an attack type, weirdly enough, but he has pretty poor base HP for his skill 3, which makes him kind of balanced though, because otherwise imagine if you have 13k HP here, base HP, how much damage we do. It's not super easy to build him with super high HP. Attack, he's an attack type, so yeah. But I would say you should focus on speed, HP, defense, and you can go for resistance, you can go for attack, because obviously he has skill 2, you know, but he doesn't do that much damage with the other 2 skills. He has a dot on skill 1, which is good, because it does extra damage. Skill 2 is an AoE, so this part will be good on him. But focus on HP, defense, speed, and probably res. probably rest. It doesn't need accuracy, honestly, not that much, because you know, additional damage by HP should be good for the skill 3 from the artifact, but also minus damage. Well, the damage dealt on Dark and Wind is actually pretty good because it does more damage, right? So that works. It's really good for skill 3 mostly, though. It does 50% of your max HP as damage, and you gain another turn if the enemy dies. This is on a 5-turn cooldown. Yeah, this is on a 5-turn cooldown. Also, he steals life. So if he's low, he has this available. You do this, you heal back, pretty much to full. So Icarus, I think, in my opinion, is really, really strong. Number 1 in the list, my favorite unit in the whole game, Tablo. Why is it number 1? Because it's crazy good. Skill 3, we know what it does. Gets everybody attack bar to 0, but your team gets a speed buff, sorry. So your team's gonna move before the opponent team. It doesn't get the speed buff, so it might not move before the opponent team, but if using a shield like as I do, the speed buff, so the Tablo moves again. Skill 3 is really good, obviously, because of that. So your whole team can move again. It works really well with Jameer, obviously. But also skill 2 is insane, because if you get 7 or above, if you get 7, speed slow for 2 turns, slow debuff, AoE for 2 turns, and also the stun with a 7. Higher than 7, it just stun. Lower than 7, it just speed slow debuff, AoE. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, so also if you get double number, it gets an extra turn. So it might be on 2-turn cooldown. It gets a lot of turn. Skill 2 is really, skill 1 is also really, really good. It has all sorts of debuff. It has defense break. If you get a 5, which is really, really good, because you have 2 dice, so it might get a 5 on one of the 2. Skill 6, sorry, if he gets a 6, is really good against Diana, for example. He can get a glancing, so Diana, if they decide to transform, it's really, really risky, because if they have glancing, they might not crit and they might not have 100% attack bar, and they, you know, you can just kill the Diana a lot easier, you know, than if she was in unicorn form. If you get 4, unrecoverable, heal block is pretty good against Kinky, for example, against Douglas, against unit that actually have vampire set in build, or they actually on vampire runes. Below the 4 doesn't get any debuff, which is fine, because obviously if they see Tablo, they're probably gonna pick a Juno. If it gets below the 4, Juno doesn't get any debuff, and she doesn't heal back. So again, if he gets double number, he gets another turn. He has speed leader skill as well, make him even better. My one is on Violent Will. You can build on Swift. I've seen some people building on Swift. This rune is actually terrible. Besides the speed, it's actually terrible. But yeah, speed, HP. Additional damage would be actually really good on Tablo, because he has multi-hit on skill 1. But I put accuracy on skill 1, accuracy skill 2, because I want max accuracy on skill 2. But additional damage on Tablo is pretty good. I wouldn't say speed increasing effect is good for him, because especially if you're using Jameer, it's gonna mess up the whole order, or speed based on the HP loss will mess up the order as well. So accuracy skill 2 is good, but also additional damage is pretty good on Tablo. But yeah, Tablo is insane. Violence is even more, because if you don't get double number, it can still get a proc. You know, skill 2 is on 3-turn cooldown. You know, it's my favorite unit in the whole game. It's built like that. I would like him faster, but I don't have that type of runes, so that's how it is. But yeah, Tablo is insane. Other units that I feel like are really good as well are Shren, the light, where is it? Yeah, the light high elemental, second awakening, as the heal here, as this ignore defense skill on a 3-turn cooldown. It's pretty tanky. The defense is not that high, but the base HP is pretty decently high. So Shren is pretty good in my opinion. I don't have it built, but I feel like it's actually pretty decent. Another unit that's actually pretty decent is Bearing. Bearing can strip and silence for 2 turns your whole team. So it's pretty insane, but the base speed is pretty low. So if you don't have really high base, if you don't have really high Swift sets, high speed Swift set, It's probably not the case to use them, but otherwise it's actually really insane. It strips, and also, you know, it silences for like 2 turns, meaning even if the opponent procs, they're not gonna get any skill available. Last unit I want to mention, I think is still pretty good. Obviously Amduat is really good, Martina is pretty good, the light one of this is pretty good to counter the Tablo, but they are niche units, that's why I didn't mention them. I feel like they're super niche, and that's the only reason why I didn't mention them. They're really good though. The last unit I want to mention is Beta though. I feel like Beta is actually pretty good still. Really good base speed, she has the heal, she has the immunity, she has the revive, she has more heal and increased attack bar, sorry, and strip on skill 1. I feel Beta is still pretty good, maybe a little underrated. I don't see her at all though. Other units are, there's other units that are pretty decent, but I don't feel that good for RTA. Now guys, that is gonna be it for the video. I thought I was gonna make the video a bit shorter, but also I want to give you some tips and ideas on how to run the units, so it took a little bit longer. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. Let me know in the comment below if you have any question, if you think any other unit is better than the ones I mentioned. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.